we're getting a call.
Already.
We're getting a call?
Yeah, we're getting a
All right,
call.
let's
Okay,
go.
do it.
Let's go.
Let's
We're putting him on the air.
All right.
Hello.
Oh, hi, is this Radio Free Rhinecliff?
It is indeed.
Calling in with a question.
Okay. Hi, this is Jennifer.
First time caller.
Oh, yeah, what's the matter with Leslie Hill? What's her deal?
We lost them.
We lost
I think
them?
they're on a wireless call. Well,
Oh, well.
Was that
Oh,
Norm? That sounded a lot like Norm.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, that was funny. That was good. All right. We can use that for the promo. That's good. Okay. Welcome to the Rhinebeck Scoop. I'm your host, Jennifer C. This radio show is produced by yours truly, Maddie Rosenberg and Jennifer Hamoud at Radio Free Rhinecliff. Remember to check our YouTube channel for full episodes. You can see all of us in action and see what we look like. It's good time. Search on YouTube for Radio Free Rhinecliff and the playlist, The Rhinebeck Scoop. All right. So today, we are trying a call-in segment, and that means I have asked, I was going to say customers. I have asked listeners to call in over Instagram, and Jen and Maddie have used their resources too, so hopefully people will call in today, tell us about Rhinebeck, ask us questions, say inappropriate things. I'm really hoping. What do you guys think? You think this is going to happen?
Oh, for sure.
yes.
Okay. All right. I think it's going to happen too. But first, I want to talk about some Boujee Banter that just happened. And I got recognized at the dry cleaners.
Oh, my
Really?
gosh.
Yes. This is the first time I've been recognized.
How did that happen? What did it entail?
Well, it was a very lovely, pretty young lady. And I was picking up my dry cleaning and I was talking to another woman about marriage. And she said to me, the young lady, do you do a podcast about Rhinebeck? And I said, yes, that's me. I know, I got recognized.
Amazing.
I know. Bigger than your Vogue podcast, huh?
Much.
I absolutely bigger than Paul Rudd, the whole thing. Paul Rudd
Don't
would be
forget
very
the
jealous
Gen
right
Zers.
now. And the Gen Zers, absolutely. So I was really excited about that. And she said to me, so how did you become the voice of Rhinebeck? And I said, and you could tell she was waiting for, a good response, like, oh, like I was on this board, or I did this, or I've lived here, or I've been a local for, whatever, 25 years. And I was like, I pitched it. And the look on her face, she was so not impressed.
We have to carve out a little different response.
Yeah.
For the
She's like,
future.
oh, okay. And
You
then
didn't tell her about the competition. You won out over
that's
900
true.
people.
That is true. Okay. We did have
Okay,
a
I think
whole.
that's better. Thanks,
We did,
Matt.
yeah, like an American Idol thing, like a Rhinebeck Idol,
Yeah.
a Rhinebeck Idol. Is this
You were
okay
the
on
finalist.
video still?
Yep.
Okay, I keep hitting this. Okay, so anyway, okay, Maddie, can I put this down here?
Yes.
Because this worked better for me when it was.
That's
down
fine.
here. Okay, it's good. Okay, so anyway, she was very unimpressed. So then she asked me how long I've been living in the area, and I said 5 years, and she was equally unimpressed. And she said, "Oh, you're still learning things," and I said, "Yeah, but that's what's good about the show. I have a new, fresh perspective.
That's the point of it.
That's the whole point of it." And she just looked at me and she said, "Yeah," and she's like, "Okay, cool." Now the interesting part is she did not say she liked me. She did not say she liked the show. She didn't give any compliments to the show, but she did recognize my voice. So someone has to be listening to this fucking show, right?
Well, they're definitely listening. I was just curious, what was the age of this person?
You know what surprised me?
I mean, you're just guessing, but I meant roughly.
You know what surprised me? I thought you would think like baby boomer, Gen X?
Yes.
I would say more millennial.
Oh, cool.
I would say she was probably around 32, 35.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm getting there, you guys.
I think she was jealous.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what it was. Don't you think?
Sure.
But anyway, so that was kind of cool. And then I had a nice talk with a woman at the dry cleaners about marriage. She's been married. Shout out to, I can't remember her name, but she was so nice. And she gave me tips for being married for 53 years.
Awesome.
So anyway, we have some lovely people in Rhinebeck. The dry cleaners is where it's at to make friends. And I just wanted everyone to know that. Now today, this subject is going to sound very political, but actually it's not. My take on it is not political, but it is a political subject. Okay, so you're going to be like, oh God, why is she bringing this up? but remember, we're going to have like a fun take on it. Okay.
Mhm.
So it's too big of news to ignore, in my humble opinion. You know what?
Okay.
Too big of news to ignore, in my opinion, especially being Rhinebeck centered, right?
Mhm.
And that is Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado of Rhinebeck announced on June 2nd that he will challenge his own boss, Governor Kathy Hochul. Am I saying it right?
Hochul.
It's Hochul?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I thought it was
I think
Hochul.
that's-
Wait, it's Hochul?
Hochul.
Hochul is the way I hear it.
Okay, I've always heard Hochul. Hochul.
Well-
Okay, whatever. Governor Kathy Hochul for the state's Democratic nomination.
This is true.
Wow. So I'm not into politics, but I like this soap opera twist. I love that he's already criticizing his own boss publicly and he's fucking some shit up. I think that's pretty cool. Maddie Jen, let me ask you this. If you're Delgado and you walk into the office on Monday morning, you've talked shit about your boss to the press all weekend, and now you have a face-to-face meeting with her, what do you do?
This was no surprise. She also had been shit talking about him for a long time. So there cannot be any level of surprise here at all. Zero.
But why would she pick him and shit talk about him? That doesn't make sense to me.
I can't explain how politics work. I can just tell you what's been going on the last
That's the
several months.
craziest thing I've ever heard.
I think it was clear quite some time ago that he was unhappy with her.
She was
and
unhappy with him.
And it's vice versa. Vice versa.
Ooh, trouble in paradise.
And she took away whatever she could take away from his office, budget type things. And I mean, this gets back to why did he want that job to begin with? I always wondered. It is the only time anyone ever becomes governor from the lieutenant governor position is like an Elliot Spitzer or Cuomo. It's when the governor fucks up and they take over. It's not a job that you usually go up from. It's a thankless job that goes nowhere. So, you know, this is his best bet as far as I can tell. I mean, I wish him the best. I like him.
So I did my due diligence and I actually looked up what a lieutenant governor does, and they don't do much.
They don't do anything.
They don't do anything. They're there is for succession. And if the governor gives him power to do things, then that's how it goes. But if she doesn't give him any, then he really doesn't do much.
Yep.
Correct.
He sits on committees, from my understanding, and he just kind of fucks around, which, by the way, I would like that job. How much does that job pay?
I don't think any amount is worth it.
Yeah. Do you think it pays like over 500?
No,
No,
doesn't even come
Definitely
close.
not.
You think it pays over 100?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. Because I'm like, that's a pretty cool job just to sit there and do nothing all day.
Well, you're busy doing busy shit.
But what's busy shit?
Like you have to go down. You have to go
You have to
across.
go down?
Well, you have to go. You have to go.
What do you have to go
Actually,
down
Wait a
on?
minute. Maybe this is your ideal job. You have to go down to New York. You have to go to every region of New York State. And I think you're doing, ribbon cutting, not policy
Yep.
making. And I don't think that's his cup of tea.
No, I mean he's a really good policy person. He's incredibly smart, and that's why I wondered why he took that job, because I understood he wanted to get out of Congress because it looked like there was going to be no power there. But I think I don't think that this leads to him becoming governor. I hate to say.
But I've read, and isn't this kind of a step down for him
What, from Congress?
from whatever he was doing before? What was he before? A senator?
He was
Congress.
our congressional representative.
Okay, so he was
here.
So
Yep.
my question is, I thought that this going to lieutenant governor's a step. That's what I read. It's a step down for him.
Well, there was a chance of it was looking like the Democrat was going to lose this district. And so somebody, I think, really liked him and put him in a position where he would maintain power at some level, at least to hold an office in New York State.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
if that's true or
that
not.
seems
but-
probably reasonable.
Okay. Hold on. I got to put on my mic, kids.
Okay.
Got to be double mic'd. Okay, again, we know that Lieutenant Governor Delgado is very smart, very competent, very capable, right? We like him. Did Hochul, did she want him because of diversity?
I don't think
No,
so.
Okay.
she wanted him because the lieutenant governor that she had running with her at the time had enormous scandal, and she needed someone who was scandal free, and he
And
is
popular.
absolutely popular and scandal free. Could easily be governor, no problem, which is not always something I would say about the lieutenant governor.
Okay, because all right, that makes sense. Because I love this whole thing. I want to really keep track of this race because I was thinking about it and I'm like, let's say, exact situation I just told you, right? Monday morning, you've been talking shit about your boss all weekend, right? How does that go down? You meet for a meeting, and she's like, "You fucker, get me my motherfucking coffee," and he's like, "You bitch." I'm not going to get this coffee and you can take it and shove it up your ass. Is that how the meeting goes?
He's too polite. There's no way that would happen.
No, but I'm serious. Like, I'm being honest. How does that happen when they're running against each other? They obviously don't like each other and they have to meet and work together.
They don't really because, like you said, she doesn't really have to empower him to do anything.
Okay, so it's like the president and vice president. They never really see each other.
Yeah, I mean, especially lieutenant governor.
Okay. All right. Because I was like, how the hell did they do that? I was reading something from former Governor David Patterson, and he was describing his duties, and he was joking around and saying basically like I jerked off the whole time, and well, I guess as lieutenant governor, sorry, not as governor,
Right.
And so Delgado has time to hatch his plan.
Sure.
He has time if he gets the backing. Does he have good backers?
Yes.
He has good financial support. Is he rich? I don't know much.
No.
about him.
No,
But
Really?
but he's very popular.
What's his like?
What's his MO?
What's his career? Like what did he do before becoming
He was a rapper.
Yep.
He
Shut
was
the
an
fuck up.
He was an activist. He was a lawyer in a corporate law firm in New York. He right?
I believe.
Wait
he
a minute.
also,
Let's go back to. I don't care about any of what you
but
just
he-
said except for rapper. Okay. Can you see his videos on YouTube?
I guess so.
No.
That
Is
I don't really
cool.
know. I'm not that modern a woman.
I'm gonna find this. Okay, that's really interesting though. You guys
Yeah.
don't find that interesting?
Yes,
It's just something really different because they're always all lawyers.
Well, he's also a lawyer.
Oh, okay. But the coolest thing is he's a rapper.
Yes.
So anyway, I'm all for this unfolding telenovela. I don't know much about him, but I'm going to find out more. So I fully support the drama and the big balls. This guy has the BDE, and I can't wait to see what he does.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay, good. All right. Give me 5 stars wherever you listen and tell a bougie friend. I have a new segment called the Rhinebeck Rant. Do you like that? Okay, cool. So I have 2 things I want to talk about today. The first one is I hate the word. This is not so much Rhinebeck related, but just everything related. Cohort. It's used. I can't get away from the word. It's used everywhere. It's used online. It's used in online groups. I want to join something, and it's called a cohort. Have you noticed this?
No.
Maddie, you've had to notice this.
I know the word.
Me too.
I hadn't actually. It's not a word that. There are words that aggravate me that I see that are completely aggravating, but that's not one of them.
I see it a lot because in spiritual areas,
Okay.
you join a group, and now instead of calling it a group or an online group, they call it a cohort. So it's really annoying. I cannot get away from it.
Oh, we have a call.
Oh, we have a caller.
All right. Well, I'll put them on the air. Hello, you're on the air.
Hi, I'm just calling with a question.
Hi.
I just recently. Hi.
This is Jennifer
Hi, how are
C.
you?
How are you?
Oh, good, thank you.
I like your
I
voice.
thought of a question. I wanted to call in. Oh, thank you. I just actually got back from a trip this past week. I was in where my family comes from, or part of my family is Glasgow, Scotland. And while I was there, I was really thinking about how it has such a distinct personality, the city, and how a city could have such a distinct personality and like sense of humor. And I was wondering, what do you think maybe Rhinebeck's personality would be?
That is such a good question. Now, let me ask.
And I don't know the answer either, so it's just a fun question to just explore.
No, that's really cool. So let me ask you a question before I answer your question. And that is, I know this is like kind of an embarrassing show to call in on, but would you give us your first name?
Oh, sure. It's Leslie.
Hi, Leslie. It's so nice to meet you. Okay. So
You too.
to answer that, I would say definitely the personality here is bougie with a hint of bougie and then a little Botox thrown in.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a little Botox thrown in. And then I would say a little bit of like nannying and then definitely fucking the gardener. Have you done that, Leslie?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. I have to hire a gardener and then I have to fuck him. But yep, definitely fucking the gardener. And then Maddie and Jen, what do you guys think? It's a great question, actually.
Well, I think it's sort of a bougie Mayberry.
Really?
I agree.
Like Green Acres.
Like community.
Well, yeah, I don't think Green Acres. That's a little lowbrow for what I would say it is. But I think bougie, Mayberry, and Brooklyn
Okay.
in one.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
did you say Brooklyn?
Yes.
No,
Yeah,
but
that's
I'm gonna
fair. That's
I'm
fair.
gonna disagree with that, Leslie, the Brooklyn, the last part, because I love disagreeing with Maddie. But I'm gonna disagree with that because to me, when people visit Beacon, I always call Beacon the country Brooklyn. That's the way I always describe it. But here, I wouldn't say it's very Brooklyn-like.
Well, you'd be amazed how many people who live, for example, in Rhinecliff who came from Brooklyn or lived in
Rhinebeck,
Brooklyn
too,
and
by
Rhinebeck.
the way.
I understand, but I don't think this reminds me of Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's just that they bring some of that with them. It's not like Brooklyn, like Kingston is Brooklyn in parts. Like it's got little bits.
This
Okay.
is more like Upper East Side, Upper West Side.
I say this is more like Hamptons, Winter Hamptons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of that.
Meets
That's
White
the,
Lotus.
But that's the Hamptons is the bougie part.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hamptons is the bougie part. But
Sure.
you know what, Leslie, my sister-in-law, she had visited me and she'd never been to Rhinebeck and it was the fall and she loved it. And she looked at me, she was shopping and she turns around, she looks at me and she goes, do you know what this reminds me of? And I said, what? And she said, this is like the winter Hamptons.
Yes. That's
And
what
I
we've been
thought that was a
calling
good,
them.
I thought that
no.
was a good, oh, did you just say, oh no? Leslie,
I
did
said,
you
oh
just-
no.
Why? Why is that bad?
It's only because I hate the Hamptons.
What? I was just there. I had the best time ever.
I'm gonna agree with Leslie.
Well,
I say oh
actually,
no.
I grew up here, so I'm seeing a different version probably than a lot of other people. But I just wanted to have your opinion. That's awesome. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Leslie. Make sure to call back because we just love you now and we adore you. And thank you for being our first, technically second caller.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you so much. You too. Have a great weekend.
Okay, you too.
Okay, bye. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, back to the Rhinebeck Rant.
Okay.
But I really like Leslie.
oh, everybody likes
Everybody
Leslie.
likes
She's
Is she
Leslie.
cute? She sounds cute.
She's super cute.
Okay, she sounds super cute. All right, so thank you to Leslie. And my second rant is I do not fucking understand. When I drive into the village,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you have to explain to me
Mm-hmm.
why there's so many yellow lines on the curb that I can't park by. Have you ever noticed that? There's so many yellow lines on the curb.
Where is this you said again?
Okay, in Rhinebeck, where we live,
Or just in general, Rhinebeck, not Rhinecliff.
not Rhinecliff, I'm not as familiar, but Rhinebeck, right? Especially right across from the Amsterdam, right by the post office. There's a whole strip you can park there. And they have yellow lines. And every time I go, my energy healer's there. So every time... So every time I'm like rushing into my energy healer.
I have an answer. So you can't park too close to the stoplight.
No, but it's farther away from the stoplight.
Right.
No, it's closer to the
The gas station.
Yes, it's closer to the gas station.
Right. So they're trying to give you they don't want you to block the box to go into the gas station or to
No,
make a
but that
turn
doesn't-
onto like South Street.
No, but it doesn't make sense because I park, let's say, across from, if everyone knows Dr. Tom's Tonics,
Yes.
that's where my energy healer is, okay? It's right across from there, and then I can park there, and then going to that big building that there's a nice big parking lot behind.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, there's a huge yellow line there, and I cannot figure out why. And there's other places in Rhinebeck where there's a huge yellow line. Where I'm trying to park near Bread Alone or some shit like that, and there's a huge yellow line, and there's no fucking reason for it.
I think you need to get. Oh,
Oh,
wait,
we have
another call.
Oh my gosh, another call. I hope he's cute.
Hello, you're on the
Or
air.
she.
Hello, Jonathan Burkhart calling.
Oh,
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Good. I'm Jennifer C. You sound sexy. Are you sexy?
No, I don't think that I am. I got some basic functionalities. I can survive the day.
I love that.
Not fucking up too much, but yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I made it.
Okay, well, let me tell you something. I can. Do you want me to do you one better before you ask your question?
Okay, go.
Okay, I just got diagnosed as high functioning autistic. So I'm basically barely getting through the day. So how does that sound?
I think I should have been diagnosed with that years ago.
See? We would be friends. Anyway.
I read about it online or in books. I'm like, wait a minute, that's me. I should be on a medication or locked up or something.
Exactly. We're all fucked up, especially in Rhinebeck.
Yes.
So tell me, Jonathan, talk to me.
Do you want my question?
I would love your question.
So my last name is Burkhart. And when I moved to Rhinebeck 23 years ago, I'm walking up Burger Hill, on 9.
Yes, sir.
And you get to the top, and there's a placard that talks about the history of that hill and whatnot, and it's called Burger Burkhart Hill. Burger Burkhart. And apparently, going back hundreds and hundreds of years, there was a Burger and there was a Burkhart. And I'm wondering, is my last name the same last name? Like, is there any is my family here and I didn't know it?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how to answer this, okay? Fuck these burgers. They don't matter. All that matters are the Burkharts. Okay? You came here first. Your family came here first. Did you come in on the Mayflower? Did your family come in on the Mayflower? Because you sound like a Mayflower person.
No.
No?
No. We were drug runners in the 1700s.
Oh my God.
That's how we got here.
I'm Colombian. So another thing we have in common, the autism and the Colombian. I love that. Oh my God. And the drug running.
Exactly.
Okay. So you know what we're going to do, Jonathan? You're going to meet me. Okay. Friday night around like 9 p.m. Okay. We're going to go up.
Oh my God. I'm getting scared. What are we doing?
So we're going to meet up on Burger Hill and we're going to fucking vandalize the shit out of the name Burger. And we're going to put Burkhart on everything. And it's going to be now Burkhart. Like how it's like no longer, what is it, the Gulf of something? It's now the Gulf of something else.
Right.
We're going to be doing that, except Burkhart. So I just want everyone to know in Rhinebeck, it's now changed to Burkhart Hill. You're welcome, Jonathan.
Okay. Oh my God, that's intense. And I feel very good about it. At the same time, now, is it safe for me to articulate how my family is leaving Rhinebeck?
Yes.
All right. So what I was going to say was, we're officially moving on Monday, July 7th. So can we do this paint job on Sunday night, July 6th? So if the police get involved, I'm already on the road heading out west.
So you want me to take the fall, basically?
Yep. That's you.
Oh, that's sad. You're moving out of Rhinebeck. Oh, that's really, really sad. But okay, we'll fuck it up July 6th around 9 p.m.
Okay.
And
I can do that though.
Well, and we'll run some drugs. Let's run some drugs. Let's do it all.
Great. Okay, good. There you have it.
Okay, perfect. So you bring what should he bring? The meth? You bring the meth. I'll bring the cocaine.
Yep.
All good. All right.
Yep.
Well, Jonathan, I wish you and your family the best of luck. Thank you so much for being a wonderful Rhinebeck resident, and we love you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This is great. Enjoy. Have a great show.
Thanks so much.
thanks.
Right, bye.
Bye. Thanks.
We missed a call there while we were
Okay. So we'll go back to my rant. Anyway, I think there should be more. No, I think there should be less yellow lines is what I have to say. And I think we should have more accessible parking without all those yellow lines because I think they're in needless places.
Whatever.
Parking is a big topic in Rhinebeck. It's never ending.
You're right. It is never ending. And that's what I'm going to be bitching about most of the time is either the driving or the parking, just so everyone knows and everyone's well prepared.
It's very car centric. Can you do
It
something
is.
other than that?
I know. I'm trying to find. I mean, other things annoy me too. So trust me, I will find. I will find shit that annoys me.
A lack of non-seed oils or something.
Yeah, but we've done that. Like, aren't people sick of hearing about the seed oils?
Understandable, yes.
Yeah, I think people are sick of it. Okay, so today we're going to play Mary F.K. New York Political Edition.
Oh, I like this.
Okay.
And, you know, it's a mixture of one woman and two men. So, Maddie, sorry about that, but you're going to have to play along.
It's okay.
Sound good? All right, first is, give me 1 second. I just want to get a new reel on this. Okay, the first option is, I can't say her fucking last name, Kathy Hochul.
Yes.
Kathy Hochul, Antonio Delgado, and Anthony Weiner. I brought back an old school one.
You know, he's running for city council in New York City right now.
I saw he was running for something, and people just keep throwing things and swearing at him. That's what I saw today. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know someone in the district that's going to possibly vote for him. I don't know.
Do you know when I spent time in Australia, they thought the Anthony Weiner thing was hilarious?
We have another caller.
Saved by the call.
Wait, we have another call. Hello, you're on Radio Free Rhinecliff with the Rhinebeck Scoop.
Hi, this is Steve Miller.
Oh, hello, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Steve Miller Band.
How are you all? And I understand I'm supposed to ask a question.
Yeah, Steve, you also sound really handsome. Are you super handsome? What do you look like?
I'm extremely handsome.
Oh, nice.
I look exactly like Brad Pitt. In fact, I'm really getting tired of everybody saying, Brad.
Okay, you've definitely got to come in and say hi at one point. All right. So
Okay,
please give me your question.
Okay, it's a question in the form of a game. And I'm with two famous Rhinecliff radio personalities.
Wow.
Leslie Hill and Norm Magnuson.
Fuck Norm.
And
Fuck
we
Norm. Norm's my competition.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fuck that asshole.
I know. Fuck him. Well, I want you to guess where we are, and I will give you a hint. We're up the hill in the flatlands, and we're drinking caffeinated beverages. That's way too much of a hint. Yeah. But that's my question.
I don't know what the flatlands are.
You're drinking
Oh, you
caffeinated
don't?
beverages.
Oh my God. We're
Okay,
in
it's
Rhinebeck.
Rhinecliff.
Rhinebeck.
Oh, you're in
They
Rhinebeck.
call us Flatlanders, you know.
I don't know.
Uh,
Okay, hold on. Wait, what time is it? What time? So that one bar is not open yet. They open at 5.
So they're drinking coffee,
They're drinking
caffeinated
coffee.
beverages. So are they at bread alone or salmon?
Oh, I thought they were drinking.
Or
I mean,
all
you
that
have
Java.
Guys,
You've got three.
50% chance of getting this right.
All that
Okay, I'm
Java.
I
gonna
think-
guess you're
I
right.
think you're
I'm
bread
gonna say
alone.
alone.
I would say bread alone.
Wrong! Oh my God, we're at Samuel's. What the
All right.
hell?
Oh, for another host.
well, wait a second. How do 3 people fit in there and sit down?
Fair enough. You realize it's a sunny day, right?
You're outside.
No, it's a hazy sunny day.
And you can
Hazy
tell
sunny.
because of your astute learning that you could hear things going by us, of course.
I just
your
thought that was people
observation was
complaining
skilled.
about the prices of the
Oh,
candy.
I thought you guys were
Wow.
I thought you guys were in a brothel. I thought that's where you guys were. I
Oh.
wanted a really exciting answer. So, do you think that we should get a strip club in Rhinebeck?
Yes, of course.
I
Of course you
absolutely
Are you crazy?
100% agree.
And the entertainment must be 55 plus.
Oh my God, that Jen! How old are you, Jen? You're 56, right?
First-
I'm
first answer.
56.
Our first poll guess.
Nobody wants to see that.
Now, wait a minute. Should it be
Yeah.
men and women, or should it, or
Mixed
or is it
poll
mixed?
Oh,
guessing.
it should most definitely be men and women, and it should be at 308 out there on 308. Sorry, at where the Grand Cru was, and in that restaurant facility in search of strippers.
What about the old Indian restaurant?
Oh, that would be even better. I think that's even better. And it's spice. Yep. Exactly.
So Steve Miller Band, let me tell you where I think it should be. I think it should be more, I think it should either be a part of the Beekman, or I think it should be right next to Bread Alone. So like you walk right into town and you see the whole show. I think that would be amazing. Jen can be, it'd be like Amsterdam. Jen will be.
Can I be the eye candy in the window?
Yes, you can be the eye candy in the window and you can just show your nice ass.
Oh,
I
okay,
like
now
the
we're
idea of it
talking.
being called. It could be called Bread Alone Plus.
Bread Alone Plus.
Oh.
It could be called, what would be a good name for a Rhinebeck strip club? Oh, I got it.
Boujee.
The
Something bougie.
Spearmint
Bacon,
Rhino. The Spearmint Rhino, just like the real one. The
what?
Spearmint
Oh,
Rhino.
that'd be pretty cool.
I don't know.
That's
be
the
pretty
famous
cool.
strip club that Madonna and they would all go to back in the 90s.
Mm.
Yeah. So it'd be
Yeah.
that we can bring back the Spearmint Rhino. Okay. Steve, thank you for calling. You're amazing.
You're very welcome. And part of the group is already they're actively leaving as we
bet
have
they
this
are.
conversation.
They're going to the strip club.
Well,
See,
Norm's
Jen,
got to get ready anyway.
Oh,
so-
right. Norm's coming here. Well, tell Norm that fuck his airtime because I'm taking it.
Okay.
Actually,
Did you hear that? What's she saying? She's terribly upset with you. Oh, good.
I said, fuck your airtime. I'm taking it.
Oh, good. All right.
I'm just kidding.
Smart
Norm
direction.
Magnuson is a Rhinebeck icon. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Steve Miller. I really appreciate this call.
You're very welcome. Take care.
All right, take care.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, back to our game.
You asked
Oh, I
for,
thought maybe you forgot.
you solicited phone calls.
This is all. I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
This has been good. Okay, I think
crying.
you know what though? I think the next time I need to promote this, we need to promote this show as like Craig likes to say Friday afternoon club.
Okay.
Is like, you know, like this is where you drink, you call in, you have a good time. I think we need to promote it that way.
Great.
Okay, so they just gave me a really good idea. All right. So, MFK, I can never say her name, Hochul,
Mm-hmm.
Delgado, Wiener.
Hmm.
Let's go. Jen.
Okay, so I would marry Antonio Delgado.
Okay, good one.
I would I would fuck Kathy Hochul and I would kill Anthony Weiner
Why F. Hochul?
because there are no good choices here.
She looks kind of mean when you see pictures of her.
Yeah, that's because she needs a good round.
Yeah, she needs a good lay. I get it. Okay. Maddie Rosenberg. We have, again, Hochul,
Yes.
Delgado, and Wiener.
Yeah, I mean, I think this sort of determines itself the way Jen did it. I think I would marry Delgado as well, and I would have to kill Anthony Weiner, and then last choice, F.
Okay.
He can't even say it.
Okay, now we're moving on to sour of the moment. And I have to say, Rhinebeck, I now understand your woes. I was in a restaurant in Sag Harbor, and it was a very nice little French bistro sitting out on the street. And I'm normally not street. Do you eat out on the street? I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, I like it.
I think it's so gross in New York City when people eat out on the street and then they wear shoes with open toes in New York City.
This is my life, my friend.
Really? You
Yeah.
wear like flip-flops and stuff in New York or sandals? That's horrifying.
Okay, well,
That's like when I lived in the city, even in the hottest day in summer, I would still be, my toes would still be,
we all have issues.
I would still be, oh my God. So anyway, so I'm sitting in this nice French bistro outside, and this little bitch in the restaurant next door decides to, for some reason, at 1 p.m. on whatever day it was, a Thursday or a Wednesday, decide to gas power leaf blower the sidewalk and wouldn't stop. Like, it was going on for a good 10 minutes. It was ridiculous. And I never really thought about the whole thing because I know that was a big issue about a year ago. And I kind of took your word for it. I thought you were a little nuts, but now I totally understand that shit is so annoying, especially if it goes on for hours and hours. Maddie, you okay? You look like you're about to fall asleep.
No, I'm like, yes,
It's
I
warm
agree.
in here.
It is warm. You want to open that? Yeah, it's warm. Make sure you open that. Yeah. So I have to say that I feel your pain. I hope we're moving to electric. And you guys, if you're the asshole with the leaf blower, don't be the asshole with the leaf blower. It's really annoying. And by the way, leaves don't have to be blown. Like, I don't get this whole thing. Unless it's really that slippery.
I completely agree.
Unless it's really that slippery, it just goes back into the earth.
That's how you know it's 7:15 in the morning in the village of Rhinebeck.
Really? People do that?
Yep.
Yes.
At 7:15 in the morning?
Maybe 7:30.
I would go postal. Sweet of the moment. River and Post, one of our wonderful restaurants, does not use seed oils.
Oh.
I asked, I went there. They said they only use olive oil. I like the waiter. He was really funny. He gave me my dish and he said, extra seed oils, right? So I thought that was really cute. But they only use olive oil, guys. And the woman who owns that, does anyone know her name? She used to own, I think, the Liberty House.
Patricia.
She is gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
She is stunning, you guys. I would say, I mean, I don't want to guess people's ages.
It's the same. It's the same. And her son Serge and his wife.
Okay. And she is like, if I can age like that, I told her, like, I full on went up to her and I was like, if I can age like you, my life will be perfect. I said, you are beautiful.
Yes, she is.
And I said, do people tell you you're beautiful all the time? She said, not enough. I thought that was a good answer. So anyway, eye candy and no seed oils.
They have the best fried chicken on Sunday.
Just went off the menu.
No.
They went off the menu. I was there 2 weeks ago, and the night before it went off the menu. And Craig, because I told Craig, I said, Jen talks about it all the time.
I love this fried chicken
Craig
so
was
much.
so upset. They change it seasonally. I don't know why they do that.
Go to Lucy's in Saugerties.
Go out where? Lucy's?
Miss Lucy's.
Miss Lucy's.
Oh, it's good?
Good fried chicken.
Okay, I wouldn't eat that, but I'll go for my husband. Okay, cool. And then my little rhinos, remember to shop right here at the Epicurean for all your upscale grocery and gift giving needs. You can leave me a voicemail at 845-307-7446 or email me at comments@radiofreerhinecliff.org and follow me at Free Spirit Jennifer C for fun, middle-aged, meaningful content, which you guys love, right? Okay, cool. The next episode will drop Tuesday, July 1st. Until then, love you, RBK, and thank you so much for calling in. This was so fun. We're going to do it again. We have a guest next time, and hopefully that will be coming, and we'll do it for her too. Love you, RBK. Bye. Jen, you're good at the sound effects.
Thank you.